Pastor Saba, now in his mid-60s, passed up an opportunity while living in Amman, Jordan, to bring his family to Canada in 2006, instead returning to his hometown of Mosul to start a church. He says his work there isn't finished and hopes to return someday, even though ISIS has taken over his beloved city, church, and house and caused so much destruction.
One day we will go back, but not right now. It will take some time.
15 of the 18 families from his church are now at the Christian and Missionary Alliance Church in Erbil. One family from Saba's church that left prior to ISIS taking over Mosul is Hannah and her 3 children. Hannah's husband Salman was murdered by militant Muslims in March of 2012 because of his ministry. He had brought 7 Muslims to Christ before he was kidnapped and shot 9 times. After Salman was martyred, Hannah and her children went to the Christian city of Karakush, only to have to flee again when ISIS came to the area in the summer of 2014.
I felt I needed to run away from them because they are the same people who killed my husband in Mosul. Now they will kill me and my children, so I prepared myself to leave. It was very hard. After leaving Mosul, we started a new home in Karakush. I bought things like furniture. I didn't know what was happening. Now I'm in Erbil and it's very hard. There is more tragedy in my life.
Hannah says without Jesus in her life, there is no way she could continue living.
After 3 years since Salman died, it's only Jesus Christ who gives me strength to take what is going on.
When I interviewed Hannah in 2013, at that time we needed to hide her identity for security reasons. She said she wanted to stay in Iraq and continue her late husband's ministry in Mosul. But since ISIS has invaded, that's no longer possible. It's just too dangerous.
My life is for my children, just to protect them. It's very difficult for me. I like my country, but I can't take it anymore.
Hannah's oldest daughter, Sarah, was recently married and living near her in Erbil. Sarah was in her 4th year at the university in Mosul as a biology student. But when ISIS captured the city, they destroyed most of the documents at the university, including all of Sarah's university records.
I was getting ready for my final exam of the year, but I couldn't do it because of what happened. That made me angry. I just cried.
Sarah says God will find a solution for her education. Sarah is very close to her mother and says her faith and strength helped her deal with her own loss and pain when her father was murdered.
It was difficult for her when my dad was killed, but she has been a very good example to me.
Hannah had not yet seen the report that we did on her and her husband Salman that not only aired across Canada, but around the world. Rebecca and Ali had been married for over 2 decades and were raising their 3 children in Mosul, a large city in the northwest. Hannah got emotional watching the video, but is grateful that the Lord has used it to strengthen Christians in their faith and used it to bring others to Jesus.
My husband was a good believer, and he evangelized people to believe in Jesus Christ. What he said before he died was that if he died, there would be a reason for it, and that others would come to know Jesus, and this is what happened through many TV stations.
The Voice of the Martyrs has helped Hannah and her family since the death of Salman, and will continue to do so into the future, for which they are grateful.